in Columbia, and we are meeting with one of our city residents, and we're going to have him tell you his name, and then we're going to have a few questions for him, okay?
Good afternoon, I'm Carlos Harding, and I did watch parts of the debate, and I thought Ms. Harris actually did a good job. She commanded respect, and she was very, how would I say, not fluent, but she was well read on what she had to say.
Yes, absolutely. Well, now, do you think that from the debate that any votes were accrued? Do you think that either person was able to convince someone to vote for them?
I did.
You did?
I did. That's where the strength and the character comes in.
Okay.
You command your surroundings, and she did just that.
She did just that.
Yes, her
Okay.
topic on the economy, and especially the abortion. I don't like that. I don't think that women should be told what to do, what not to do.
Exactly. And I think that's one of the number one things that people are kind of getting confused on, is that they're saying, you know, they feel like if they're supporting her that they have to say that they are supporting abortion, and that's not what it's about. It's about a woman having a right to control their own body. So I'm glad that you noticed the difference in that. The other thing I wanted to ask you about, are you familiar with Project 2025?
I read parts of it, and it was really, it gave me something to think about. You
Right.
know, what's going to be the next step after this happens?
Right.
And all I can see is just danger.
Right,
Danger.
right. Well, you know, do you have any nieces, nephews, cousins, or anybody that's in the public school systems?
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay. Anyone that you know that might be on Medicaid or Medicare?
Myself.
Okay. Anybody that is real concerned with Social Security?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we know that Project 2025 deals with all of that. They are trying to end Social Security.
In a very negative way.
In a
Yes.
negative way. They're trying to end Social Security. They, Project 2025 says to defund the police department. It says to end public schools, no Head Start, do away with Social Security,
Then what are we
and do away
supposed
with Medicaid and Medicare.
What are we supposed to do then?
Well, and that's the question.
That's what.
The question we're trying to say is that if you knew that all of this, if they were to put this on the ballot as opposed to a name such as Trump or Harris, would you vote for all of that to happen?
No.
No. So if you would not vote for all of that to happen, would you stand for a candidate that would support that to happen?
No.
Okay, so we are not here to persuade anyone on which way to vote, but we are here to bring the truth of the matter is to you, so that you will know what's out there on the ballot, or what's up with the candidates as far as the ballot is concerned, so that you can make a good judgment when you go out and vote. Do you have anything else that you would like to let us know?
We just have a new female president.
The female president.
Yes.
Okay, we just want to encourage you and everyone else to go out and vote.
And thank you for taking your time out of your busy day to share with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Here we are downtown with Andre Thompson, who is one of the city employees that we are so very, very proud of. And did you watch the debate?
I did.
Okay, so what did you think about them? We're not partisan. We're not
Sure.
talking about candidates. We're talking about how
Right.
we felt about the debate.
Well, I mean, I think the debate created an opportunity for the American people to kind of hear from both parties, hear from the candidates themselves, what their policy kind of agenda is, and where they are kind of looking to see our country going in the next several years. And I think that it was a great opportunity just to hear from them. There were some great questions asked that kind of highlighted their position and their stance. And I think it's always great for the American people to hear directly from the candidates themselves.
Absolutely.
And so I think it was good information to be shared.
And have you read the 2025 project?
Project 2025, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, I know for myself as a diversity, equity, and inclusion practitioner, someone who does a lot of this work, it is troubling to know that there is a kind of an agenda being set to dismantle and undo a lot of the the work that has been done throughout the last several decades to really create space and an opportunity for people of diverse backgrounds, and to try to create an agenda that separates us and divides us, I think is very problematic. I think for a lot of our local institutions to really be reluctant to accept these kind of agendas, this type of information, is very important that we do the research, understand what it is what it's talking about, how it impacts our everyday lives, and how it's going to impact our future. Because there is going to be implications from just the decisions that are made around that type of agenda. So I think it's important again for people to do their own research, kind of look into it, understand what it means for you in your everyday life, and be sure to share it with your family and friends so that they are aware as well how it impacts them.
Absolutely. So do you think that from the candidates debate, do you think that either candidate gave enough information to maybe be able to persuade individuals to go to vote for them, or do you think it was that there needed to be a little bit more?
Well, I personally think that it was one of those type of opportunities where they felt like they needed to do it a particular way, and it wasn't as much information that could have been revealed. I think that it was a lot of back and forth, kind of taking personal shots at one another, and a lot of that continuing dialogue around just what one person isn't doing or whatnot. But I feel like the American people were definitely more interested in the specific policy decisions that were considered by both candidates and their parties. And I feel like a lot of that may have been drowned out by a lot of the personal attacks. So I think, again, hopefully there will be more opportunities for them to get on stage together and be more direct about their policy decisions and how that's going to affect us. But again, I think the platform itself is good. It's just, again, what do they do and how do they approach that type of platform?
And I have one more question. We know that in this election, we're really watching and seeing that it's really hard trying to get our young African American males to get involved in the election. Do you have any pointers or any ideas that you think might help in that endeavor?
I mean, again, it comes down to personal, connections. Really ensuring that people know the candidates themselves, all up and down the ballot. Making sure people turn out to these type of open forum opportunities, ask relevant questions, do the research. And I think for me, someone who kind of keeps up with these things, it's incumbent upon me to inform my, the friends that I'm connected to, those that I have a relationship with, so that they are informed, and so that they can again go out and do their own research. So it's not so much about who you agree with or disagree with, but it's about being informed and making sure you're making a decision, because this is a pivotal election.
And we agree that everybody has the right to make up their own.
Absolutely.
And that's what we want to do. We just want to be watchful.
Right.
And one of the things that we certainly want them to do is to go out and vote on November the 5th. Vote your conscience, vote your mind.
Right.
So whatever that may be, and we know that there are people so they call on the right, and there's some people on the left.
Sure.
And as we do our podcast, we want to be able to talk to everybody, because we want to be sure that we touch bases with people who can give us ideas of how we think that this country ought to go in the future. So we certainly appreciate you taking the time.
I appreciate
to
you
share with us. And you can go to our podcast by going to The Truth of the Matter Is with Mary and Pam.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
My name is Renee Pell.
Did you watch the debate?
I did.
Okay, what did you think about the debate?
I was very impressed with Vice President Harris.
Okay. All right. Do you think that that from the information that was given out during the debate that it was able to persuade anyone one way or the other? Do you think enough information was given out for that?
Well, I don't know. I think, because I haven't read articles about that he didn't debunk his lies, because I'm under the impression that like 33 lies that he told 33 lies. And I don't know if that's fully been explored and explained.
Okay, that's
Fact
fair.
check.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, are you familiar with? Well, first off, do you have any children or grandchildren in the public school system?
No.
Okay. Do you know anyone, a friend or anyone that might be on Medicaid or Medicare?
I'm on Medicaid
Okay.
and Medicare.
Okay. What about anyone that's of age for Social Security?
I'm not that age, but my mother is.
Okay. Then the next question I wanted to ask you is, are you familiar with Project 2025?
I have read some of the highlights,
Some of the highlights,
and it scares me.
and it scares you. The 900 pages ought to scare anyone.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you those questions because I wanted to know if you were familiar with the fact that in Project 2025 that they wanted to totally do away with public schools.
Yeah, I read that, and I think it's so horrible. And I'm also Missouri. The state of Missouri has been on track and really pushing that kind of agenda for years with the vouchers and
Right.
And I think it's so important that we invest in public schools.
Right. Well, because some people don't realize that with the vouchers, each student gets a certain amount, 3,000 or something like that per student. But that if they were to take that money and go to a private schools usually start at 5,000 to 6,000. So if you don't have that money and you do not have public schools, then where would those children go?
Right, and they don't have the same obligations to provide accessibility and desegregation, and all of it.
2025 also deals with Medicaid and Medicare, wanting to end Medicaid and Medicare, wanting to actually end Social Security, but if nothing else, move that age up. And so I guess the question that we're trying to find out is, or let everyone know is that 2025 impacts everyone, and do you feel that same way?
Absolutely. Because if you're not of the age yet that you collect Social Security, your parents do, or they're close to it, and somebody is going to take up that burden.
Yes, right. And while we have you here, we would like to give you, we have three lawyers, or there were three lawyers in California that went through all 900 pages of Project 2025, and they condensed it down so that we could let everyone know what is in the entire document in its entirety, but bullet points. And so we're going to give you a sheet. So that you will have that on Project 2025 and let you know what is at stake. And then that will help you hopefully to be more informed on all of the issues that are at stake in 2025. And then you can be the judge as to how you vote.
I know how I'm voting.
You know how you vote. Okay. Well, we want to thank you for your time.
Thank you for inviting me. It's good talking with you.
All right, you too.
Thank you for agreeing to talk to us today. I'm Mary Pam, Mrs. Pam, and we have a podcast that comes on weekly. And so we're talking to our citizens in Columbia to see how they feel about the upcoming election and make sure that we try to inspire as many folks as we can to get out and vote. Did you watch the debates? What do you think about the debates?
Anybody with common sense can see Trump is he never answered one question, and we want him to be our president. I'm confused. How you got to meet all of us? I think we're real confused.
Right, the difference. Okay, so do you think that from the debate that either person gave enough information to influence anyone to maybe possibly change their vote if they were on the fence?
I think she did. Camilla, she did. Yeah.
As stated before, we were wondering if you were familiar with the Project 2025.
I heard of it.
Okay. Let me ask you a few questions. Do you have any kids, grandkids, nieces, or nephews that might be in the public school system?
Honestly, I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. I'm only one here.
Okay, but do you have any in that school system or anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any family members that possibly are on Social Security?
Yes.
Okay, and what about Medicaid or Medicare?
Oh, yes. Most definitely.
Okay, so are you familiar with the fact that Project 2025 deals with doing away with public schools altogether?
That's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And also doing away with all Head Start programs.
That's ridiculous.
Okay. It also deals with getting rid of, if not moving it later, Social Security.
Yes, it's just, it should never happen because you work to pay money. My taxes.
Right.
I need mine back.
Okay.
I'm still living.
Right. And then Medicaid, Medicare, and also with affordable health care, they're wanting to do away with all of that under Project 2025.
Yes, because they rich. They don't
Okay.
care.
Okay.
They grandkids gonna be all right.
Right, right.
But we gotta make sure we all right.
Right, and as stated before, a lot of people don't realize that even with doing that, they're talking about vouchers for the kids. Each kid, they'll give like $3,000 or so dollars per child, whatever that amount is, for them to go to school now. That's about how they manage that, but they will give that to the families, but then they won't have public schools, so you have to go to a private school, and private schools are way more than $2,000 to $3,000.
It costs, yeah.
So what's to become of our kids?
They trying to make everybody go back. They trying to do it. They want to read and write no more.
Right, right, right. Well, we thank you. We want to encourage you, as we do everyone else, to please go out and vote. We don't want to influence anyone one way or the other, but we want to bring you the facts so that you can make a sound decision. So we're going to leave you with this condensed version of 2025 for you to read. You know, it's 900 pages, but that three lawyers in California broke that down so that you'll be able to find all the bullet points from everything in Project 2025.
And we
hope
want
that
you to
helps.
work with us to encourage. One of the things that we're trying to do is that, you know, women voted 9 million times more than men in the past election. We want to get our African American men, we want everybody, but we want to get our African American men taking their rightful place in society.
I've been cutting here 35 years. The women bring their sons to the barbershop. Men don't. We ain't changed that.
Okay, we're so happy that you decided to talk to us because we want to talk to young people also, because we know that we're hearing a lot of things out there about our young people, our young men not gonna vote and who they're gonna vote for and that sort of thing. So we just kind of wanted to have your opinion about it. I don't know if you watched the debates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, one of the questions is, you said you watched the debate. Just tell me, what did you think about it?
Trump didn't answer a lot of questions that he was supposed to.
Okay.
He kept throwing everything off and kept saying the same thing.
Okay. Things that is going on in the country when it comes to the young black males, are they're saying that they're not involved, they're not paying attention, and so we're just trying to figure out what is a good way or a good idea, or what you think might help trying to engage some young black males to get involved.
Really just like, I guess, like put it in their face, show it out more. Like, I guess like when you walk around, it's not really that much.
Publicity?
Yeah. Like around to like show the kids like this is what's going on and this is in your face. 'Cause when I was a kid, that's all I seen.
And what would you? I'm putting the group of men together, and I would need young men to get people there, and we want the young men to take the lead on this organization that we're putting together. I want to get a group of young men together, and you all decide who your leaders will be in that group. Would you be willing to participate in that?
I might.
Okay. All right, and help talk it up for you?
Yeah.
Okay. All
Well,
right.
we want to thank you for giving us just a few minutes of your time, and we're going to leave you too also. We've got a sheet here, and I think you probably heard that it's a condensed version of Project 2025. So when you're out talking to those young brothers, you can tell them how that's going to impact them, because
And you will
that
see.
impacts everyone, whether you are Republican or Democrat. Okay,
And you will
Front and back.
see once you start reading that, you'll go, oh no, we need to know about this, you know, we need to get out and make things, because we're the ones that's gonna make the changes that has to be made, okay? Thank you so much for you gave us your name, didn't you?
Not sure, man.
Okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Now, we have seen a lot of barbershops on TV with different cities where people are going around to the barbershops and speaking with the African American males and talking about what's going on with the election. We've been seeing a lot of black African American males talking about Trump.
Yeah, they talk about a lot of it.
What do you find that a problem? Are you in agreement with that?
No, I mean, I find it like, I mean, for real, it's, you know, everybody got to have their own opinion. You know? So it's like, you know, right about now in the situation and everything that this whole country is dealing with right now as far as economy and, you know what I'm saying, there's a whole lot of things we can go about, but at the same time, I'm just hoping for the best president. I mean, it's not a black and white thing, it's just the best president that we can have that's going to, you know, protect us, protect our country, you know, make it well for everybody that's in this country. But
Did
at
you
the end
watch
of
the
the day,
debates?
I watched the debate.
Who do you think won the debate?
She won the debate.
Okay.
I mean, she won the debate, especially this last one. I mean, she really blasted and she really kind of pulled out a lot of points on what's up to come and what's his whole idea of what he's really trying to do to this country for real. He trying to perpetrate like he's gonna be this person right here that's gonna help everybody, but at the same time, the way she exposed him this last debate, you know what I'm saying, it kind of like opened my eyes up to a lot of different things that I didn't know that I did catch on this debate.
So you're going to be sharing, I know that your business, you have a lot of African American young men coming through here. And the way we have to go to the polls on the 5th of November and vote. Can we count on you and the community to lead people as much as you can to tell them to look at the issues that she's going to lead with you at 2025?
Right.
And see how it affects them.
Yeah, like I was saying, like, you know, like you said, you know, the barbershop, we pull in a lot of the younger generation, the younger kids that don't really respect, that really don't even know the whole purpose of the vote. They think that voting and for us to have the right to vote, it's just something that just happened.
No.
You know, I have to break down and tell them that, man, we got people that's been died, we got people got sprayed, got bit by dogs, we got all different type of things that happened to our ancestors that fought for us to have the right to vote.
These students that came down from the north down south and and the bus was bombed and those 3 students were killed, you know, fighting for our
rights to vote.
Certainly we should be fighting.
Yes, and these kids they overlooked it and they feel like it's nothing to them.
And I'm glad.
So I make sure I tell them.
Well, one of the things is that, because I know I've been getting a lot when I talk to them, is they say, well, you know, Trump gave us money, and I have to explain to them that was already your money. Trump didn't give you his money. So that's where we come in when we start talking about informing, the knowledge, and we are definitely in need of our black males to take the lead and let the younger generation, because it seems like there's some kind of a break between the, let's say, 20 to 30-year-olds.
Yeah, it's a break.
And so
it's a break.
we are working hard to try to mend that bridge. And so we're hoping and praying that everyone in the barbershops will step up and do, and we can see you doing your job. We see you doing your job, and we appreciate it.
I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna make sure like little brothers like this kind of let them in on,
And we're gonna,
that's the whole
bring you some
purpose.
paperwork. We can bring you some flyers.
Bring me anything. You know, I'm a part of the community. You know, I've been doing that ever since I left.
You've been involved. And so we appreciate that. I am gonna leave because we don't want to take you long. We want you to make your money.
That's okay.
We want you to make your money. But we're gonna leave you this sheet because when somebody tells you something that they think they know about Project 2025, some lawyers in California broke this down, all 900 pages, into 2 sheets of bullet points. And it will tell you everything that Project 2025 stands for, such as ending the school system, doing away with Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, giving the police department, Trump has asked that he has control of the military and the police day one.
Yeah.
And he has also been given permission by the Supreme Court to utilize that on marchers, demonstrators, and there's no repercussions behind it. And so we just want everyone to know, not like for instance, if you work for the VA hospital, chief of staff, you either have to say you're going to be loyal to Trump or you won't have a job.
See,
That's all in that.
That's
and see,
pretty
people
much
don't
what-
understand that there's a loyalty clause. And so we want to make sure that we get that out. So we're handing that to you, and we hope that you'll look over that and spread it.
I'm gonna read it.
Spread it. I'm going to leave it
And
to
I'm
you.
gonna read it and I'll make sure that, you know, kind of give it to a whole lot of the young brothers, because like you said, all you gotta do is throw a dollar sign in these folks' face and they'll be like,
Right.
and they'll forget all about
Right,
other
right,
things.
right,
I
right.
don't care if you do.
Right.
You gave me $20. You like,
Until it's time to go to court, until it's time to
gave
get
that
out of something.
And a mother that is single, that he, in that proposal, you will see it in there, they will cut off the subsidies that she gets unless
Food
she is
stamps.
married.
Yep.
Or she has a child.
All of that
everyone
too.
else.
But people need to know, and they don't understand that it's going to affect everyone.
It's gonna
and
affect-
not just black folks.
It's gonna affect
Everyone.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm going to leave you 2 sheets.
Okay,
And
I'll
look,
put one up.
thank you.
Yeah, you already
Yes,
know.
thank you.
I'm open
And
to you. If
feel
y'all
free
need
to make
anything,
copies
let
or
me know.
whatever. Right.
Y'all let
Thank
me
you very
know.
much. Make sure we got you there.
All Reds blends.
All right.
You know, the Pro Cuts, you know, the Reds blends, seasonings.
And he's good at what he does. Look what he does.
I've been doing it for a long time now.
Well, thank you for your time.